Of course, guys, give me 1 second. I am so sorry. Give me another countdown, I guess. I'm sorry. I'll be right there, please. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Almost there. Give me 1 second. So I'm getting there. This is fucking pissing me off. Wow. I'm so sorry. Like, you know what? Just give me a second. Mir, take care of this for me for 1 second. Forget it. I'm done. I'm trying to get fucking YouTube on. It's really pissing me off. But whatever. I'm here. Is it dark here? It's dark here. All right. Sorry about that. Hey, Mimir. And anybody else? Danny, hey. Oh my God. I cannot wait to talk about freaking this interview. I cannot stand Nick Vile any longer. I don't know what he thinks he's doing. I don't think what does he think he's people's therapist? Like, hey, Danny, Gossip Girl, please follow her channel, everybody. Like, who does he think they think they're literally trying to like therapy Allie, and they're admitting that James was all kinds of abusive. Oh, maybe, you know what? All we ever saw was Kristen hit him. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be like, I believe Allie's even trying to like get out of this whole conversation. Kind of like, I don't want to talk about this. You know what I mean? And I got what's it called yesterday? Oh, thank you. I got striked yesterday. So I don't want to assume that Nick did that because of the other interview that he had with Tom Sandoval. So I'm gonna have to fast forward even more. I mean, they talk slow anyway, so I'll fast forward even more. But anyway, I'm Reality of Krista Marie. Thank you, babe. I try. And this is the Who Study On podcast on YouTube at Reality of Krista Marie. Follow everything on podcast side. I upload them every once in a while. I don't do it all the time. But when I do, it's all of them. But you can always get them here under the podcast tab and anywhere under the live tab because all of these are live. And you can come watch the crazy live if you're listening to me just on the audio side. I'm watching play with my hair all the time and all that shit. And yeah, so thanks everybody who's watching. So I got the podcast. I listened to half of it. I didn't get to the whole thing. So far, all I got is, are we trying to make her admit to something that's not true? I don't know how many times she could say, I didn't know it was actually his last name. Oh, yeah, it's his last name. I don't, like, it's pretty smart. I mean, Allie's a smart girl. She's not, she knows why she left him. And she even keeps saying, for now, we can't be together. But this is be the second time I'm watching him try to literally let's see. Okay, he'll make it okay when it's Sandoval, right? He'll make Sandoval's actions okay, right? He'll just talk about it until it's okay. So we make it all okay. But then he can't get over the fact that Nick isn't, that James isn't mentally, physically, and all kinds of abusive. Like, she keeps saying when he drinks, but here, we'll watch it. And then I'm going to go over maybe more of the Clayton Leckard stuff because that's so long. There's so much to it. But that's the Bachelor, that's the chick that he met, had one interaction with him. We think she actually even faked her like driver's license thing, her real estate thing to meet up with him, had one encounter with 2 blowjobs, and claimed she was pregnant with twins, dragged it out through court, tried to get parenting classes. She was never pregnant, fake pregnancies. I met men in the history that she's done things to. Dave Neal, the podcaster, went after him for reporting on it. Oh God, maybe she struck me. Who knows? She's crazy. I've never seen a crazier person, except for maybe like Chris Watts or something. Like, it's this chick is fucking wild. Then she'll call the cops and say that they're like their DV and stuff. Like, could you imagine hooking up with somebody one night, getting a couple blowjobs, and then she claims she's pregnant, drags you to the court, get tons of money? What? Can you guys hear me? Okay. I usually yell, but remember Danny? I'm like, I'm yelling at you. All right. Get out of here, Nick. He's so ugly. No, he's not. I didn't say that. Nick's not ugly. He looks like a little troll. No, I didn't say that. That was Judgy Cat said that. Sorry. Oh shit. Maybe I should share it. Okay. Oh. Share screen. Okay. Let me fast forward it because, I don't feel like stopping every 10 seconds. Even though I probably will try. I should mute myself, actually, because I can't stop talking shit. I mean, it's just fucking. Maybe I'm just rejected. I'm not rooting for. I don't know what I'm doing. I rooted for James for a long time. I don't think I just believe everything Ali says. That's all. They seem to not. They want to ask her the same question in 1,000 different ways. You'll see.
Allie,
hello.
Welcome to the Biofiles.
Thank you. Hi, guys.
We're so excited. It's been such a long time coming.
I know.
We're so happy to finally
I missed
have you.
It is,
Thank
yeah,
you.
it was a long time coming. We've talked a lot about you coming on the show.
Yeah.
We just obviously thought it'd be in different contexts than we are here today.
I thought there'd maybe be someone else next to me.
Yeah.
He didn't seem to let that down.
No. Yeah,
time.
he's not a podcast person. I don't think it would have happened, to be honest.
Well, thank God for us.
So here we are.
I always kind of listen, I get podcasting in general can be a little nerve wracking. It is a long form, and things like that. But I always sometimes, my spidey senses sometimes go up a little bit when people really seem to be afraid of having like a conversation about like themselves or their lives and things like that.
Yeah.
And I always kind of got that sense from James that there was a reason why he didn't really want to come on and do a podcast. It wasn't like a desire to like not have attention or anything like that, or the notoriety. It just seemed like maybe, he didn't want to
go deep. I know he would always say like, well, I don't really want, like, if we're not filming, why would I don't really want to go and like talk about everyone or like have to keep all the drama going. So like that was always what he would say. But yeah, I just think that, I don't know, maybe podcasting, he wouldn't be very comfortable doing it.
Well, we are excited to have you.
Thank you.
And excited to talk.
Because it's the truth. How many times you can answer that question?
Talk about everything that is you and get to know you, obviously, because, like
in the first 20 minutes, you didn't. You only asked about James.
I think a lot of times people know you as James's girlfriend.
People know me as Nick Vile's wife,
And then obviously there's a lot more to you. There's a lot more to you than obviously that. But I think we've always been very interested in getting to know you, especially even on the show. On the show, you kind of presented as this kind of very demure, very sweet person.
Thank you.
Gorgeous, funny,
wonderful.
Silly.
But
because she is. That's who she is. And this is who she is. And I can tell you right now, just by watching this, she's exactly who she was on show.
Got to know you. You really did. You seem to be someone who maybe was the best version of James, and like, I think at times, whatever.
I agree with that.
For growth I saw in James, because for me, I didn't really get into Vanderpump until Scandal, like many other people.
Yeah.
I've gone back and watched a lot of the old episodes and things.
Not many other people. There was maybe 30,000 started watching it. Not many other people. Everybody watched it but you, Dick.
Oh, you have?
That.
Okay.
Yeah. Even.
And what did you say? Kristen hitting him.
I watched one this morning.
Oh, fun. Which one? No, I don't want to know.
I'll ask you about later. But yeah, so it did seem like James had started to make some progress. And the last time we saw you was that night. And I remember having a conversation with James, really just about like, man, it was like almost like, I didn't know you then. I've certainly heard things about your reputation, but you really seemed like.
What did you hear? You heard nothing. You heard Kristen accuse him of abuse when she actually hit him. Okay. Maybe he did. I don't know, but we don't have no evidence of that. And then we have Rachel, who I probably, like Allie says, when he gets drunk, he's very mentally abusive. Physically, no.
He had made some progress. And I kind of always.
He did make progress, and he still is. He's been help. He got help. How many times are you going to ask her?
Attributed that progress a lot to you.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I know it's difficult. I feel like a lot of people say that, and it's sweet. I do think that we both brought out the best in each other, obviously, at times. He really helped me feel like confident, and he really believed.
I love her.
In me and helped me, like, honestly pursue astrology and like kind of just, he's such a dreamer, that was like,
I love when she says good things about him that gets all fucking mad.
One of the things that really drew me to him in the beginning. But yeah, it was crazy, right? Like, I mean, he was really at the top of his game. Like, he was really the DJ residency, like everything was going so well. Vanderpump was over, but somehow he was ending on a high note.
Yeah. Which was hard to do.
Right. Yeah. It was such a good, and then everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your comfort level? Obviously we want.
You know how hard it is to end on a good note? Why do you think, I was wondering why Scandal had an redemption arc. We're going to find out why when you hear we have to stay on Friday. Danny
to talk about that night and get a little glimpse into that relationship.
what me and you probably heard about it actually. You probably heard about it.
Relationship, but like, do you want to warm up into it? Do you want to get right into it and then
just get right into
and then push it away and then forget about it?
Yeah, that.
So want to do that?
That one.
Okay, all right.
I mean, that night. So wait, when you guys were talking to him, so because I was working at that event, Kathy Hilton's party, I was there with DirecTV. Yeah, I was there to do Kathy Hilton's birth chart. So for like the first 2 hours before, I mean, I hadn't even seen James, right? Like I was working, and then I wrap, I come out, I'm finished, I'm like excited to see him, and now we know, like during that time, he had been like sneaking and going up to the bar and like ordering drinks.
So much energy, and he's such a great performer. His shows are so great. I love his music. I love his DJing. But I was like, I sensed something was up with him, but I didn't want to, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Okay.
James is the person where he can have one drink and you can like immediately tell. Like it's pretty obvious. And I kind of knew something. I was like, you're being a lot. Like you're being kind of like you're giving drunk James right now. Like we kind of got through the party and everything was fine.
Had he been sober? He had been.
Listen to how they question her.
To your knowledge.
To my knowledge.
She's smarter than them.
But no, he wasn't. So then later I found out, like after everything, that he was drinking behind my back.
For like a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. At least a few months, like that I know of. Wow. So that was like a whole other like side of everything too, where I'm like, okay, there's no trust then.
That was actually why she left him, not because of that night. She said that night wasn't what people make it out to be.
You know?
Right.
So that was a whole thing also. And then that's when we got in the Uber on the way back home, that's when I was like, you're drunk. And then he's like, no, I'm not. You're drunk. And I'm like, no, you're drunk. And it was just, then everything escalated.
All we really know as like the public is that neighbors heard a disturbance, called the police.
Mm-hmm.
The police showed up. We have the police report that said that there was, it didn't name you.
Yeah.
So for, I think a long time we were like allegedly Allie because we didn't know, but it said that a female had been picked up and thrown to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of all we know of that night.
Yeah.
So what happened outside of your house?
Honestly, it was just such an upsetting night. Like my friend was also there, and it was all of us just really fighting and yelling at each other. I wasn't hurt. I do know that I don't know who called the cops, but I know they obviously showed up and then they like assessed the situation themselves. I did not press charges. I was not hurt. And moving like forward from that night, I definitely now look back and I see things from a different perspective, where like obviously that night I was just so upset about the lying and the drinking and like, I in my head I was like, well, we're already done because you've betrayed my trust, And he also knew that I already had told him before, like, hey, if you drink again, that's a non-negotiable for me for this relationship.
And when you say you weren't hurt, just to clarify, was there any moment in that night where you, or I guess anyone else who might have been present, like felt like he was getting physically aggressive with you? Like whether it's a disconnect or perception of the situation that escalated into his arrest?
Honestly, like not physically, but verbal, manic, like just really, really loud and like intense and just like sporadic behavior where it's like, you don't really know what this person is capable of or going to do. It's not necessarily like a safe,
because I know exactly how she feels.
Feeling. Yeah. But that's just why with that relationship, like looking back now, like just the eggshell, like walking on eggshells in that relationship because you never know what's going to trigger him. That was like the hardest part. Which now that I'm like out of that relationship, I'm like, oh, this is what it's like to have like a normal, my nervous system is like regulated. I'm like, oh.
Was there part of you that maybe it was that night, maybe it was throughout the relationship that ever felt a feeling of?
I can't stand how many times they ask her the same question, like in many different ways.
Of being scared.
They want her to say, yes to all these answers.
I think that, I don't know if I like felt scared to the point where I felt like he was like, I was unsafe. But to the point where I'm like, this isn't, I don't know. I feel like sometimes, like in the moment at least, I thought that I could like regulate him or control him or like help calm him down. So I felt like I kind of took on that role of like, it's okay, like calm down, like everything will be all right. And that's not healthy. I don't think. You shouldn't have to like regulate someone.
No.
Right?
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's so tough in relationships. I think all of us, if you have a past with relationships, if you've had your heart broken, if you've been in long-term relationships, whether it's, maybe something as toxic as, maybe the behavior James has displayed or whatever, like we've all been in relationships where
you have fucked up a lot, sir.
Or, we accept people for who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't accept who you are, you fuck.
we realize no one's perfect. We know we're not perfect. So we get into a relationship and there's always this like, I'm not asking you to be perfect because you're not perfect.
God,
I can help you and we want to help each other. And then,
oh God.
and then we kind of maybe learn a little bit more about our partners.
Yeah.
And then there's that tough mental gymnastics of being like, wait, is this behavior okay? Or do I just need to be there for my partner?
Yes.
And then, you know, in James's case, you know, like for me, as I became more aware of James Kennedy, the character, his reputation, as I became more a fan of the show, you go back and watch old episodes, and then people from the past, you know, Kristen Doute's been very outspoken. Even Raquel has been outspoken. And, you know, like people like Kristen or Raquel have their own baggage. They have their own history of behaviors that, you know, at times people have used against them in terms of, I don't know if we should believe this person because they've done X, Y, or Z. And, or they're, you know, Raquel, like there's a history of being dishonest there with her and stuff like that. With all of the speculation regarding James's past behavior with women, is that something that you struggled with in the relationship with James? Just trying to figure out like who's telling the truth versus like, hey, I need to be there for my man type of thing. And is that kind of like the hindsight's 2020 that you're speaking about?
Yeah, that was really difficult in the beginning. I mean, even now where, you know, this was just back in December and obviously I got out of that relationship, but it's not like I just left and it was easy. It wasn't. And I felt really guilty. Like, oh, well, now he's going to AA and like he does have alcoholism. So like, do I need to be there for him and support him? Like, no. But like at that moment, I didn't know that. I felt really bad and guilty. I'm really grateful for like my mom and just my support system in LA because I don't know if I would have been strong enough to leave and to stay away. Honestly, like I don't know if I would have been or not. So like I feel like that's another point too, is just like, and if you're ever in like a relationship like that or something like in a weird
No. Shut again.
That he was able to talk.
I need to be there for him and support him. Like, no. But like at that moment, I didn't know that. I felt really bad and guilty. I'm really grateful for like my mom and just my support system in LA because I don't know if I would have been strong enough to leave and to stay away. Honestly, like I don't know if I would have been or not. So like I feel like that's another point too, is just like, and if you're ever in like a relationship like that or something like in a weird way, I'm kind of grateful almost that it was so public because it was like out there. And then my friends and family were able to really like, you know.
It's like you had strangers.
Stop it. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Duh. Just get here. Try to.
He was away and you weren't with him and he was DJing and y'all would FaceTime and you would realize
or something like in a weird way, I'm kind of grateful almost that it was so public because it was like out there. And then my friends and family were able to really like, you know.
It's like you had strangers kind of holding you accountable to like not
which sounds
back.
crazy.
Had there been episodes or events in the past with James that almost felt similar to this event that weren't public, that he was able to talk you out of maybe making different choices?
Yeah. There were a few. I mean, and I think again, like even, you know, sometimes my friends would witness him just acting kind of, you know, a little manic, I would say. I don't know if that's like the right word to use. I'm not like putting a disorder on him or anything, but just that behavior where it's just unpredictable. You're like, okay, where is this coming from? And like, how do we stop it immediately? So there were moments like that. And like looking back, and that's kind of why too, like he knew how I felt about him drinking. Cause like, that's usually what would kind of spark that behavior. So he knew like I wouldn't put up with him drinking again.
You think that's why he hid it for
yes,
as long as he did?
Totally. Yep. And then even, I mean, he's a DJ, right? So like he's traveling on the weekends. I'm not always there. And then he's at these events and DJing and drinking.
New up. Thanks. Again, same questions. Same question over and over again. Like, what was your- Stop asking. List. I want the comment. Shut up. Person. Which representation? Really? Asking. I'm sorry. Sorry. Isn't this back to isn't this leading? Are they not leading her? That's what I feel like it's leading, right? Like constantly asking the same question over different ways. And they're like leading her to say something that's like not true or not how she feels. Like it's crazy. It's the opinion on this. It's like, why do they keep asking the same question? Like she's not stupid. She's smarter than you assholes. In my opinion. Just saying. Sorry. Always do this. Yes, it was. Thank you. Thank you. They didn't tell you. It's a good. Mm, yeah. Uh, Exactly. Crazy. Stop asking her the same question over and over again. She keeps saying the same thing. Stop asking. Exactly. Invested. Yeah. Again, here we go. Listen to this. Listen to this. What Kristen said that really, and Kristen was nothing without him. So until now, she lost her job. I'm guessing her. What? I'm thinking you're an asshole. What I think her. You bitch. Boy. No, you are trying to defend. No, Nick, you tried to make Nick Tom Sandoval's situation. You're trying to make him. You're going to talk about it with him until it's okay, and now you're going to now you want to actually take that and put it on to James, when really Sandoval is a fucked up person, and he did fuck around with her on Ariana, and James, Kristen hit him. Maybe they hit each other, and she just said they were both toxic, and you want to sit here now, like, oh my god, she's not a dumbass.
I was like watching a conversation or a fight between the two of you. Mm-hmm. What have you learned about yourself?
James is immature, like she said. She just says, "Look, you're stupid. You're being dumb." Like, honestly, like he's really fucked up when he's drunk. We've seen it to both genders. And Nick, that's like, shut the fuck up. You are trying to make him into like a woman abuser, and he's not. It's fucked up when he's drunk.
Specifically around selecting your next partner. And maybe just certain behaviors, like you talked about non-negotiables. Mm-hmm. Have your non-negotiables changed in terms of accepting certain behaviors and finding that balance between like I want to help you, but like I can't look the other way with X, Y, or Z.
I think too of like the feeling of love, like when you're in it, and like not saying that he was love bombing me, because his actions always followed and like, we were in love, but it happened so quickly. Like we moved in together right away. We were like going to Tulum like the second week of knowing each other. That's crazy. Like I'm Capricorn, like I wouldn't do that usually. I thought I was crazy, but there's this, when you're in love, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna ride the wave. Like this feels right. This feels so fun. But I think now being on the other side of it, like having just a healthier kind of view of like the way that love should escalate and how it should play out. It doesn't need to feel like so cosmic.
I think a lot of people in your shoes, especially people who have or are in relationships with addicts or people who abuse substances, the challenge obviously for them is hope, in the sense, because if you can, and I, not from an alcoholic standpoint, but like for different, for me, it was like, if in relationships, if I can identify a problem, then I can fix the problem, right? So whether the problem's me, whether the problem's the partner, or the problem's us, it was like, I just have to find a problem and I can fix the problem. And I feel like with people who suffer from substance abuse, for the partners, there's always hope, because there's always a chance that this big problem that seems to be the center of all the problems could get fixed.
Yep.
Now that James is seemingly back in recovery, seemingly sober, and seemingly doing the work, do you feel like you're at risk of one day him knocking on your door and claiming he's a new changed man who's been sober for a period of time, but this time it really has stuck? And it would be, it would be hard for anyone who loved that person to see, and especially like the last thing we want, like to find that the person you loved and you accepted them at their worst is now better, and you don't get to enjoy the better. It's like that mental fuck up. Like how do you deal with that, or that potential? And have you thought about that?
it's so funny you say that, because I remember also when we started dating, like talking to Raquel and being like, thank you, because like, I'm sorry that you didn't get this version, but like, thank you for helping him. Like, it's kind of weird how just, I don't know, the pattern, you know, I honestly do have so much love for James that I want him to genuinely heal and get better. And I want him to find love. Like, I really do. And I don't think that that will be with me. I feel like there's just been too much that's gone down. I think I would always just be on edge or like wondering what if, you know, and it's hard because I would love to support him and do that, but I just can't. Yeah. But I haven't really thought about that, to be honest. Yeah.
It's scary, right? Just because
Yeah.
hope can be a great thing, but sometimes when it comes to relationships, we invest way too much in hope, and we don't see. I always ask people like, what do they do that makes you happy? And then people be like, you know, it's just like, but they're so funny, and I really like it when they do this, but like they don't really think about how that person day in and day out makes them feel. Like, what's your normal resting emotion in this relationship? Anxiousness, like on edge, you know, and things like that.
That's what's so hard. My therapist has been incredible, because I was telling her, like, after all of this happened, I was like, I'm just so confused, because I didn't realize at the time. I was like, I literally thought that our life was like a fairy tale. Like, I loved it. I loved our house. I loved Hippie. Like, everything was great. Both of our careers, like, it was just perfect. And I was like, it was so great. And she was like, Allie, no, it wasn't. He was lying to you. So like, it wasn't real. And I was like, shit. Whoa. So it did take me a while to almost have to like really remove myself and like to see clearly again.
Yeah, it's tough too.
He lied because he was an addict and he's an alcoholic. He didn't lie to you because he hated what he wanted to lie to you. He lied to you because he's an alcoholic.
But because then you're like, well,
it's like in sickness and health, but I understand the not feeling safe part.
Wait, I have to say goodbye to a life too. You know, like I don't like, fine, I don't want them, but what about my life?
No, literally. I'm like, but Hippie. Yeah.
And is Hippie with you now?
No, Hippie is with James, but it's okay.
You have your cats.
I have my cats. I have Mr. Banks and Bodie. I've been sleeping with the stuffed golden doodle. It was Hippie's little golden doodle, and they literally so I took that with me. But no, he's with James, and Hippie is great. Like, James and that dog are literally soulmates. Like, I honestly, like, if anything great from that relationship, I mean, a lot of great things have come from it, but like him getting Hippie back and like that whole story, like, he is a great dog dad, and trust me, I would not let Hippie be in a position where he was ever unsafe. Like, he's good.
I heard something about that James is back DJing now or on tour.
Yeah. He's I believe that I don't know if he got his residency back or if he's just but I know he played at Live Again. And I'm happy. I want him to, I don't know. I mean,
from a work, like I get what you're saying, but like, and I guess it's maybe none of our business, but you certainly have the right to have an opinion about that relationship. From an outsider point of view, it seems a bit quick. I understand it's his career. I understand people have to make a living, but like, that is a lifestyle that makes it very difficult.
Fuck the fuck off. Oh my fucking God. Fuck the fuck off, you motherfucker. Who are you to fucking say he should have his residency back? Who the fuck are you? You are not an alcoholic. You don't fucking get it.
Oh, in that regard? Yeah. Yeah.
It's a triggering environment.
It's
like someone who's so, you know, and I guess for me, you know, it's just like, again, you know, his history with Raquel, Kristen, you know, obviously with you, it's like, this is a man who, and my biggest criticism of him has been, he seems to blame it all on the alcohol. You know, all of his problems are wrapped up in his sobriety or lack thereof. And it's like, you know, and I've kind of been very critical of that, but it's like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
You know, but if that's the case, gee whiz, it sure seems a little quick that you're back out there dropping beats, you know, and we're supposed to think that you're ready to do this when in the past you have claimed.
Maybe that's his job, you fucking Nick. I can't stand him. You non-alcoholic motherfucker. Like, what are you saying?
Claim to be sober. You've lied about being sober. You've relapsed multiple times. It's like he's like a broken record.
Yeah.
Do you think
he don't owe you shit, number one? He don't owe you a fucking anything. So, or us, really. What are your guys' thoughts, please? Man,
that's a fair, I mean, criticism that I have or other people have, like questioning once again, just how genuine is this person about changing his ways?
I mean, that's exactly why I can't be with him, right? Because I don't know. Because I won't know. We won't know until like until he proves it. I hope that he is. From what I've seen, he has been going to AA. He has a support system around him that are also sober. So like, I just hope that he stays on that path. I know that he loves DJing more than anything in the world. Like he will move to Ibiza if he has to and just like play music on the beach. You know what I mean? Like that is what I believe is meant to do. So he'll figure it out. But I hope it's not triggering for him, but not my problem.
What up next?
Are you guys in no contact at all?
Not no contact, but we don't talk. But like yesterday I was like, hey, I just canceled Hippies. It was like a whole brand deal thing, and I was on the count, and I was like, canceled that. So like, you need to reorder his food. And he was like, okay, thanks.
Are you at all nervous about what he's going to think about you doing this interview? Because I've been very critical of him.
A little nervous about that. Yeah.
And nervous in what way though?
I just know that he's not going to be happy. But
this is fucking ridiculous. They are so leading with your questions. This little twat right here is getting on my fucking nerves. So, well, I know what you guys are thinking.
Yeah.
Honestly. Not your problem.
Not your problem.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Is that tough to leave?
I just feel a little like, I don't know. I think he has strong feelings about things, but yeah, it's not.
Does he want you to just not talk about the relationship, the flaws, the imperfection?
Probably.
He just doesn't.
I mean, I love talking about
want any of that kind of aired out.
But even when we were together, he never really wanted us to do podcasts and things. So I don't know. I think that when he listens to, I mean, I'm saying the truth and like everything that he already knows too. So
I mean, I think honestly, you're being very gracious.
Thank you.
You're being honest, but there's a clear sense that you care about this man, and there's a clear sense.
She's not protecting him. If that's
me driving.
Sorry about that, guys. What are you trying to say, Nick? She's protecting him because she's not. The fuck are you saying?
Through the country, new vacation home, newly expanded business. I know what you're thinking. This only happens in dreams. Actually, it happens.
The fucking fact that Nick Viall is trying to now he knows what he's going to do because she said that he's going to say now, oh, you're being gracious because you don't want to tell the truth. He must be really abusive then. That's exactly what he's going to get out of that. And how did I get here? Exactly what he's going to say.
In love with. I know who I was in love with. I don't have regrets. Like I do. Single mom. Like, yeah. So that's
very
just
independent. Yeah. And so it was like, I had all these people.
Raquel, I mean, she saw it with Kristen, but like from.
And we wanted to talk about this, but it's not like you were knocking on our door.
He loves DJing more than anything in the world. Like he will move to.
Yeah.
I just feel a little like, I don't know. I think he has strong feelings about things, but yeah, it's not.
Does he want you to just not talk about the relationship, the flaws,
exactly
imperfection?
Probably.
He just doesn't want any of that kind of aired out.
But even when we were together, he never really wanted us to do podcasts and things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that when he listens to, I mean, I'm saying the truth and like everything that he already knows too. So
I mean, I think honestly, you're being very gracious.
You're
being honest, but there's a clear sense.
Shut the fuck up. I can't stand this dude anymore. He really makes me mad. He's a horrible podcaster. I mean, I'm not the best either, but geez.
That you care about this man, and there's a clear sense that you're not trying to kick him while he's down or just shit on him to benefit yourself. I mean, we obviously wanted to have you on and we wanted to talk about this, but it's not like you were knocking on our door and trying to be like, oh, I got a story to tell now. You've been incredibly gracious and honestly incredibly protective of him. I hope he actually sees that and appreciates that, because to Nellie's point, like you were in this relationship and you have a story to tell, and you kind of have been living in a shadow, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy. He was with me. So the night before, like that night that everything happened to, like that week was such a high and obviously such a low. I had 3 of my biggest job opportunities like ever. Obviously doing Kathy Hilton's birth chart for the party. And then for Starstruck for my podcast, we filmed the very first episode the night before Kathy's party with James. Obviously, like he was going to be my first guest. So like that was so exciting. And then the Kathy thing. And then and then I had something else the next day. And then to just have also like the astrology of December, I was telling James like leading up to it, I was like, hey, the astrology for both of us is really bad for December. So like if we're meant to be together, we will make it through December. And if not, we won't. I gave him so many warnings. Guys, literally, I was like.
You really told him that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And my friends knew too. My makeup artist, Anais, was with me for those nights because I had so many events going on. She was like, Allie, like the next day she was like, well, actually, she didn't know about it until the world did because I didn't say anything, but she was like texting me like, that's crazy. You literally called that, because I didn't know what was going to happen, but I just knew that like the astrology was crazy. It was all happening in my 7th house, which is the house of relationships, and in his 10th house, which is like reputation. So I was telling him too, like, hey, be on your best behavior.
I love her.
Damn.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Did he ever in his manic states verbally threaten you at all?
Do you hear him? Do you hear this motherfucker? Do you fucking hear him? Why does he keep saying the same fucking questions in different fucking ways? Nick, you're an awful fucking person.
No, it was more of just like insults.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Like if we've seen it on TV,
exactly.
You've experienced
seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it almost make it less bad in your head because you had seen it on TV in a weird way?
I can't.
Does that make sense?
That does make sense. And yeah. Yeah, because there's this, he's done it before. I've seen him do it before, where like if you don't see that, like even for like Raquel, I mean, she saw it with Kristen, but like from Kristen's perspective, yeah, that had to have been harder because it's like she doesn't know that, like to her, like it's her problem. Like he's lashing out at her. But it's like, okay, this has been such a pattern of this man, this boy. So like, okay, this is his problem. Like, you know, I don't take it personally.
I was in a very abusive relationship.
That's you, bitch.
Different from yours. It was very physical and would get verbal at times. But it occurred mostly when he was on some sort of drug or alcohol or whatever it may be, but not all the time. And there was a lot of the like morning after of the apologies and the love bombing and the promises and all of those things, which ultimately did lead me to stay every single time. And the only reason that I was able to finally get out of this relationship was that it had gotten so bad, police were called. And I think when police are called, it's kind of a wake-up call.
Yeah.
You know, it makes things seem very real.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time it was like, what I'm doing is making him do this to me. Like, it's my problem. You know, if I fix this, then this won't happen anymore. And then when police show up, it's like, oh, wait, no. Like, what he's doing is illegal. Totally. Like, he can be arrested.
Yeah.
And so I am so grateful that police showed up.
Oh, God. Fucking Christ.
I agree with you. I think that it would have the cycle would have continued. I already know that it did. I had an event the next day, woke up, all my friends were like, oh, where's James? I'm like, oh, he has food poisoning. No, he was in an AA meeting. Like, and I felt so guilty, but like the things that we do to like protect them, because we feel bad is crazy.
I think there's also a sense of like embarrassment.
This is not your relationship. This is not your fucking relationship. This is not your abusive relationship, Allie. Like, really, this is Allie and Lubert and DJ, not you and your ex. Get it through your head, projectors. I'm telling you, man, they're projectors.
Almost of like, I wasn't raised to let a man treat me this way.
Yep. Single mother. I know you're very close with your mom too. Single mom, like, yeah. So that's
very
just
independent. Yeah. And so it was like, I had all these people telling me like, I don't get weird vibes from him. I don't like the way he says certain things to you. Like maybe he's not your person. And it would like lead me into him harder.
Yeah.
Because I think I was embarrassed to like finally admit that I was allowing this to happen to me. So.
Yeah, relatable. It's crazy. And being on the other side, I feel like, I mean, it's only been 3 months, but there's still like so much that I need to process and still so much where I'm like, oh, that was abusive behavior. Like that's not okay. So it's being on the other side. It does feel freeing for sure. And I am grateful that happened because it is, I think I probably would have stayed. And then the cycle continues.
Yeah, it does.
Do you think James has acknowledged or accepted that in addition to...
They have, for now, 36 minutes asked her, it was the same question, 36 different ways. For her to finally say, yes, like, I'm so fucking, I can't believe this. Just, what is wrong with these people? Is this fucking real? Are they really doing this?
Getting sober and working on his sobriety, that he has some other work to do with regards to his treatment towards women or how he handles himself in relationships.
It's the alcohol, motherfucker. He's broken. Yeah, asshole. Fucking piece of shit. I can't stand this guy, dude. He is such a fucking horrible
relationship that, like you said,
it's not your relationship, dick fuck. It's hers. God damn, dude.
I mean, there's all different forms of abuse. You know, and obviously the physical.
Oh my God. Okay.
Maybe
often. We're gonna find other types of abuse to fucking put on James now, right? We're gonna find other forms of abuse, dude. This is wild. They want her to say things that aren't fucking true. She can't even speak. These two are fucking nuts, man. This is like, okay, Sandoval's behavior, but they'll fucking sit here and do this. Wow, man.
And the most damaging and most dangerous, but do you think he...
Therapy has always been such a scary idea to me because I simply did not know where to get started.
Sorry. Hi, Dad.
She's that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I hope so. I mean, I always said too, like the alcohol, like the substances would bring out this monster, but like that's still within you. So like you need to do deeper work. And I always was trying to get him into therapy. He would go for a couple weeks and then get too busy. And then,
Dang, Nick, vile, you motherfucking vile human, you.
Life was great again for a month. And it was just always, I was always like, there's something deeper. I would always try to get him like to get a brain scan or to like go get tested. And I think that I do think I know he did a program. I forget what it's called, but it's basically where like boys become men, where he like went camping, which I'm sorry, it's just so funny. I'm like, James camping.
Wait a minute. That's the one. Oh my God, where are you, Danny? Danny, that's boys will be. That's the one that's. Oh my God, that's the Louis one on the beach. That's the Louis one on the beach. That's the Louis one on the beach. That is the Louis one on the beach. James went to that. That guy just went to jail. The naked on the with all the men with the shorts screaming, "I'm an abuser! I'm an alcoholic! I'm a cocaine addict!" What the fuck is happening? Oh my God, we're gonna have to watch it again. We're gonna watch Louis' video. Wow. What? My face. Are we gonna like therapy her this whole time? She has a therapist. She don't need another one, motherfucker.
She was like, you're getting an Airbnb. I don't care. Like, you don't have to think about what you guys are going to do right now. Just like, please just get out and like, let's do Christmas there. And at first I was like against it because I was still living in the house with James and he was like, what? No, like, I'm so glad like that I did the Airbnb. And my mom ended up staying with me in that Airbnb in Larchmont for a month. And it was just so.
That's awesome that her mom was there though. It really was though. I mean, I don't know how. I don't think she would have stayed there. I don't.
Good. Like, I mean, it was not good. It was sad. It was like totally just a month of like healing and like processing everything and like, but it was necessary for sure.
Another person I've been very critical of as it relates to the story is
Lisa
Vanderpump.
Oh,
who do you think I was going to say?
I'm glad I didn't say. I thought you were going to say.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the statement she eventually made regarding the situation?
Yes.
Lisa.
Did you have any feelings about it? Because it kind of felt like at the end that she.
No feelings.
Well, I think her statement basically was kind of suggesting that like,
no feelings towards it, fucker. She's still got to be good with Lisa. Still has to be good with Lisa. Shut the fuck up, Nick Feigl. You're not saying you're not going to get anything out of her that we don't already know.
Like you blew it out of proportion.
We know Lisa protects the guys. We know. That's what the fuck you want her to say?
Which to me felt
with. This is what they did to Sandoval. We were all the way to the end of the interview before we finally got the answer to the question. How did you guys meet? How'd you guys meet? And then it was so long. We got so far. And it was like, what? Oh God, Krista, what is happening right now? Why can't I just share this? Here. I really feel like I should end this interview right now because I can't stand this.
A little icky and dirty because she has a long history, especially with James.
Yeah.
Clearly there's like a family connection there and things like that. I just thought that was kind of gross on her part, but maybe I'm not, understanding the full context of why she made the statement that she made.
All I'll say, she called me and she did make sure like, are you okay? I mean, this was like 2 months later, but she called and made sure.
She called you 2 months later?
Maybe, or a month. I don't know.
Certainly not the next day.
Certainly not the next day, but she called and checked in on me. And then just, she's very protective of her James. And I get it because I was too for a long time. Like it's very motherly.
You were in love with him.
Yeah. I was in love with him. Right. That's, I think that she feels protected, like a mother almost to him.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really weird at first when I first got on the show. Then I kind of started to understand it a little more. But she was basically like,
mothers him.
Allie, like he needs you. Like you're really good together. I don't think that
so she was trying to convince you to stay with him.
Do anything to her. What? That's weird. No. Wow. Fucked up. That's shut the fuck up. Why are you fucking saying this? This is wild to me. These two are suck. They suck. You're giving her anxiety. They're giving her anxiety. Exactly. You said it. Good. Oh my God. You are. You're a frog. Can we be done with this now? I think we wasted our time yesterday. I think we're wasting our time now. I don't think they care about one thing about her at all. They're asking nothing about, but they got through this entire thing almost halfway through. Where are we? We're halfway through it, and we have not gotten to about Allie. Nothing about Allie. Just about her and James. What in the fuck? If you want to interview James, he's not going to come. You just forget about it. Like you're not going to. They obviously want to know so much about James. They want to know. They want Allie to say things that aren't true. Just keep fucking like. I can't even deal, dude. Wow. I think we're wasting our time. I think we should move on to Britney at this point. Because I mean, I think that Britney is an idiot. I think that she let Jack stay for way too long, but she loves her son, and I know that they were looking for diagnoses for him, and I'm happy that she probably found that. So I want to hear that information. This arrow is not really annoying. This arrow is like jumping from thing to thing. All right, because I'm done with this one. I can't do it with this one. It's the same thing. I feel like we're going to do the same thing like we did last night with the Sandoval. We're going to get through this entire thing, and they're going to not ask one question about her. Oh, God, I'm green. I want to ask one question about her. I'm green. One question about her life, and like how her life is, like what she does with her life, like about her astrology and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Is anybody listening to me? I don't think anybody's listening to me. It's okay. Move on to Britney. I gotta find it. It's a TikTok or something, or she did something. Why is this so bright? She did something, right? I don't think. Do I have it? Mirror. Oh God! If you're stuck to be playing with my hair, it's really annoying because it's so thick right now. And I like it, but it's thick. Where is the Where are you? I don't know if I have the Britney thing. I hope you have it somewhere. Britney. I know. What? Meow. Meow. What do you want? I feel so bad that they have to go through this. But I mean, I love Cruz. He's so cute. I just feel like, oh God, what a fucking way. What a time for him to fuck up. That's not right. I don't know if I have her. I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't, Britney. That's right. I'll let you on a second. Chill. There she is. Is she not blue checked or something? It can't be her. Oh, darn it. Oops. Wrong way. Where is, oh, look at this. Oh, man. That's Teresa. Hold on a second. You guys got to see this shit. I can't find Britney right now, but oh my God. In the meantime, I found a lot of Jersey bullshit. Let's just laugh at them. Let me just laugh at them real quick. They can't stand this guy. It's really on my nerves. Why is he not? They never go away. They literally never go away. This is going to go on forever. I don't think we're I'm ever going to be freaking sick of this. Like, rid of this dude. Where am I at? Sorry. Yeah. Instagram. Gia and Bethany. I made my first million before I even knew who Gia Judice was. So forgive me if I'm not taking financial lessons from my daughter of a walking tax case study. When your mom and stepdad owe nearly $3 million to the IRS, the smartest move might be to stay quiet. Or at the very least, don't go online teaching others how to manage their money. I don't have a PhD in economics, but I do have a multi-million-dollar company, clean finances, and a good sense to call a lawyer before I call a stylist. If Gia ever needs a mentor, I'm available as long as she brings a calculator and an actual tax return. Wow. That's the first time I ever saw that. Is that new? Jeez. That's funny and true. Let's see what else we can dig up this fucker. Oh, look at this fucker. It's the same thing. I don't know. It's some new stuff. Oh, God, Louis. Look at him. Look at his bio. Public figure, entrepreneur, co-founder of digital media service shutdown, CEO, Men of Legacy. That's it. Men of Legacy. That's what James, guys. Men of Legacy is that thing on the beach. Why do you still have digital media? It's not even a company anymore. I don't want to click on it. What is wrong with him? Why doesn't he have anything up today? Where's Teresa? I need to laugh. We need to laugh at this. At her. Teresa Judice. She doesn't have any blocked anymore. Yeah, I'm not blocked. Yay. Teresa Judice. Teresa. She's very iconic. Gotta give her that. Oops, where are we at? See post. This is not you, friend. That's your daughter. That's right. Oh, they hate her there. She is filtering the fuck out of her face. So that's not Gia's nose. Why has Teresa got Gia on here? Now she's going to pimp out her daughter. Just like Ariella was. So here we have. Who do we got here? Oh, God. This is... I don't know any of these kids. Brooks. Gia. Riley? Who are these people? Whose kids are these? Holy crap. What's the trailer? I don't think Gia's really in it. The trailer. I heard their kids didn't want her. That's what I heard anyway. Why is it just Teresa? I want to get rid of these, so I can't stand this anymore. Oh, shoot. I got rid of that. Hold on. Let's go to Teresa. Why am I on Teresa? Why is she's got all Gia on there? Oh, yeah, she pimping her daughter out. Pimping her daughter out. All right. Well, I'm sorry. We were going with Britney. Can you find Britney for me? Oh, never mind. I'll find it. Was it a fucking TikTok or something? Where is she? How am I good? Did I spell her name wrong? No, Britney. Britt. Brit. Penny. No. Why is it so hard to find this asshole? I was like, because literally she stayed with Jax. That's why. How do I spell her name? I don't know. God damn it. I have to go to Jax, I guess. It's Jax Taylor. I've been blocked by Jax. Oh, here I am. Oh, yeah. It's blocked by Jax. I'm locked. No, it's Jax Taylor. Of course. Can't find him. Damn it. He hates me. Oh, I thought I was with you. I thought you guys were with me. Jax has me fucking blocked again. God damn it. Must be because I've been fucking with him for like a lot lately. But really, honestly, I mean, I can't help it. He makes it really fucking easy. I mean, you lying ass fucking drunk. I can't get to Britney. What's happening? I guess I'm not cool enough. Okay. I guess I'm both blocked. I called her pregnant one time and she was fat. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I can't find it. Amir, I'm done. Forget it. I'm over it. Like, where is it? I mean, you said it in Instagram. I'm getting tired. My hair is getting heavy. I just want to see what she says. My eyes need to be more open. I need to get. I just realized I don't have any. I don't have any eye drops. So when I'm always looking high, I can't ever put eye drops in. I don't have any. I have to go get some. I need my eyes to be more open. I mean, thanks for watching. I was on TikTok. I was on X looking at the comments, but nobody's leaving comments. But I appreciate all the new subscribers that I'm getting lately. It goes in waves. When I was talking about Baldonia, I was getting a lot more people. And I'm not on TikTok at the moment because I went to StreamYard and they don't let us. Why is this dead? Why did I? Oh, it's because 100%. Oh, my weed died. And if you are new here, Krista Marie, Reality Krista Marie, follow me on all the socials at Reality Krista Marie. All of them. Facebook, all of it. I am tired. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Thanks for coming in, Dad. Don't worry about my mirror. I'm gonna end this one, I think. I don't know if I'm exhausted from the gaslighting or hungry or something. I don't know. Oh wait, you got that? Okay, let me try it. Let me. I can't. I gotta forward it to myself somehow. Oh, can't do that. It's on YouTube though. I'll go to YouTube. I'll just go to YouTube. I thought it was on Instagram. Is she edit with Alex or something? Britney. Why can't I spell her name? There you go. Oh, here it is. I got it. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Found it.
Jax Taylor's son, Cruz, has been diagnosed with autism. During an interview with People magazine published April 9th, the Valley Star gets candid about her son's development and at what point she knew something changed. Telling the outlet, he crawled early, he walked early, he was talking, he was saying mommy, daddy. Then as he got closer to 2, we started noticing that he was regressing.
Is she back?
In his speech. He stopped talking almost completely. And Britney goes on to...
That is what happened to Kaden.
To explain that the 3-year-old is now mostly nonverbal and will, quote, sporadically say...
Same age, too.
Different words. But one thing Cruz has not said to her is, quote, I love you, which Britney admits is, quote, difficult, but he is so loving, and he shows me he loves me every single day. He is such a mommy's boy. And despite the challenges Britney and Cruz will face going forward, she notes that she, quote, couldn't imagine her life being different, explaining, it can be sad at times because you want them to live life to the fullest, and he does. He just does it in a different way. What I really want people to understand about autism is he sees the world so much more vibrant.
No. He is the same kid. He's not autistic. It's from the vaccine. Jesus Christ. He was already, he did everything. He hit milestones, okay? This makes me so angry. This makes me want to cry.
And amazing.
Blame it. And I know that they can get rid of, So he was talking. Oh my God.
Any of us ever will. In fact, she emphasizes that her son's potential is still endless, adding, it doesn't mean that he's not going to be the smartest in his class. It doesn't mean he's not going to work for NASA one day. There aren't any limitations to what he can do.
Because he wasn't that way. It just happened. What the fuck does that tell you? Oh man, it happens a lot. Zach Peter knows a lot about it. So does Jenny McCarthy. And it is National Autism Month right now. I wore my t-shirts last week. And I feel like maybe I'll wear another word again on Friday because I am really upset about this. That is so heartbreaking because I know that he's okay. He's not. Oh my God. I can't keep. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I'm just the fact that he was okay at first and then he regressed. That is the goddamn thing that happened to Kaden. That's what happened to Kaden. I wish Marie was on here. I was supposed to see her tonight too, actually. She might have called me. All right, guys. I'm gonna end this because I'm tired and all that. But I love you guys. I'll see you on Friday. Thanks for staying. You're the best podcast producer ever. Thanks for all the links and stories and everything. Love you, love you, love you. And call me. I haven't got a new I haven't gotten a new phone yet. Good night. I know it's later where you're at, I think. Anybody like my Easter nails? Aren't they cute? I don't really like them. I'm not doing the pointy thing. I'm not fucking with it. Man, that makes me upset. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. All right. Goodbye. Like, comment, subscribe. But Dad, I'll talk to you in a little bit.